So you need to go ahead and adjust those plans now. Good Saturday morning to you. Welcome to AMHQ Weekend. I'm Kait Parker.
And I'm Dr. Greg Postel. And we got a lot to talk about today. We got winter storm galore and the cold. And Reynolds Wolf will have more on the cold and snow in Chicago in just a few moments. But first, let's go to the big picture.
We got to get you out the door. And the first one going to be this record cold. This is not the type of cold that you can say, I'll just run out to the store real quick. I won't bundle up, because exposure can happen really quickly. These dangerous lows moving east into today and tomorrow.
And again, not the cold. We have a winter storm bringing snow and ice right now in the southern plains, and that's going to work its way into the northeast over the weekend.
So that's another issue for us. But what about this? So that's Sparta, but we've got another round of snow. This is for the middle part of this week and the start of this week. So it's going to swath across the entire country, and it's just going to cause problems for just about everyone. We've got to get right to our Reynolds. He's live in Chicago for us this morning. We know that you're trying to stay warm out there. I can see you keeping your face covered. You've got a record low. You've got a record low in Chicago, over 100 years old, and you just smashed that record. This is the coldest that you've ever felt, so it's not in your brain. We are all looking tunnel vision ahead to spring right around the corner, but not quite yet, because it has been a steady parade of storms. 19 and counting so far this winter, and we need to be ready for possible power outages. Losing heat and electricity can be dangerous and even deadly, but all that could change. Our own Rick Adams looks at an amazing device the size of a loaf of bread that could be a game changer for power companies, utility crews, and you. And boy, do we need to be concerned about power whenever temperatures get really cold, especially if you run on all electric and not gas. You need that electricity to stay warm. We are breaking records across the Midwest and the Northeast. It's 8 degrees below zero right now in Madison, Wisconsin. Rockford, Illinois, you're at 15 degrees below zero. And guys, that's our air temperature. That's not even the wind chills. So it is incredibly cold. We're going to stay super cold throughout the next few days. I'm sorry. Now, 7 degrees below zero right now in Chicago. You're feeling every bit of that. That's where we find our Reynolds Wolf. Now, Reynolds, this morning you broke a 131-year-old record. Do you feel every degree of that 7 below right now? Go ahead and warm those ears up, and when we come back to you, you can be nice and toasty. We'll see you again in a minute, Reynolds. Okay, get warm, because it's 7 below there, and guess what? Our next winter storm on the way. It's not just Sparta that we're talking about and concerned with. We've got another one down the pipe, and the good news is that this could bring some much beneficial rain to California. We need the rain there, so we're happy about that. Now, as this plunges across the middle part of the country, you can see that dip in the jet stream helping to bring some of that colder air a little farther to the south, but out ahead of it, we've got that surge of warm, moist air. That's coming right out of the Gulf of Mexico. That's giving the fuel to the fire, so to speak, and we are going to see some snowfall. In fact, look at today. California, you've got rain in the forecast. You get up into the mountains, though, out of the valleys, you've got snow adding to your snowpack. A man buried by in New Hampshire, a man clearing snow from his roof found himself trapped for nearly 4 hours after several feet of snow fell on him without warning. Anthony Miller from WHDH. Seems like it just never ends. Our Reynolds Wolf is in Chicago, where folks are they ready for another 1-2 punch by Mother Nature? I see you finally got coffee. Keep those fingers warm. Yes.
Liquid fire.
Even karma?
I do.
So are you thinking that karma kind of owes something? And I'm just voting on tunnel vision. You know, all these storms that are coming, we can handle them day after day, but we know we're sounding a little bit like a broken record. We're talking about all these records that we are just breaking this winter. There it is, Pittsburgh breaking a record, 1 degree below zero. The old record, 1 degree below zero. So actually we have just met that record there in Pittsburgh. This was set back in 1934. So an incredible amount of cold this morning. You're waking up to it. Let's talk about your forecast, though, because a lot of you are really going to be feeling this cold. In fact, in the Northeast, you're really feeling it. Let's talk about some of these temperatures. Actually, let's talk about what happened in 1934 and back when it was this cold. Look at here. Babe Ruth's final game as a Yankee happened in 1934. Persia completely changed over, became Iran, and the first Three Stooges short was released, not to mention Hank Aaron was born in the year 1934. So that was the last time you felt temperatures this cold in that area. How about that? All right, now let's talk about the Northeast cold and what we've got going on, because boy, do we have some cold temperatures in there for you. You are just going to feel them. They are going to be soaking you up all across the Northeast. Boy, do we have a lot of them. If we could go over to our inches of snow. thinking spring. I think everyone is thinking spring and saying, when will it be here? When will we feel it? So we have been checking out some of your pictures from our Facebook friends. We're so thankful. Morning. And this is because this month will go down in history as one of the coldest Februaries